I've been racing here with the bigger plates that they're running right now, and I think the most we've ever run is 41 or 42 laps.
With a bigger plate than they have now?
No, with the plate that they're using now compared to the Winston Cup cars.
And Bob Hill is headed down pit road toward you, Michael Waltrip.
Bob brings the car calmly to a stop. The crew jumps out. They're going to change all 4 tires on this Lumina. The car's been working perfectly all day long, Bob reports. First can of gas in, the second can going in. Right behind me, Kevin Ray's taking on left side tires. John Kernan?
A bit of strategy for Jeff Purvis. Their tire's okay. They're going to bump up the spoiler and just add fuel. Gary Bradbury, meanwhile, pitted 1 pit down, is taking on right side tires. Purvis now full of fuel. Mike Wallace is out. 2 tires for Wallace. Bradbury, a problem with the right front tire, problem with the air race. Probably got a lug nut stuck, and so that's going to cost Bradbury several positions here on pit road. And one note on Purvis, James Finch told me they were about 4 to 4.5 laps shy of being able to go the rest of the way. Let's go down to Michael.
The tire changer on the left rear had a problem with the lug nut. It would not come loose. He continued to hammer it with the lug wrench. It finally came off. He was able to get the tire on, but a costly long pit stop for the second place car, Bob Hill.
Guys, I don't understand. Maybe you can explain, as Ricky Ricardo would say, explain it to me, Benny, and Bill Venturini and Ned. Why wouldn't they change tires on the Purvis car?
I have no idea. I mean, in the position that he was in, I would have at least changed 2 tires because everyone else was going to.
Yeah, I'm sure the car felt comfortable. He liked that set of tires that he had on there. Probably was reason Talladega, you don't get as much tire wear here as you do at most other racetracks, as a matter of fact. But normally, new tires will run a little bit faster, so I don't know.
Well, here's a replay of the pit stops here a moment ago. Watch Purvis down the bottom of your screen. He is the red and white car.
And we see Bradbury going around changing the right side. They're cleaning off the grill, cleaning the windshield, and only putting fuel. They are. Look at the right front tire. John Kernan, what's going on down there? Why'd they do that?
Well, I'm with James Finch, Purvis's car owner. And, James, they're wondering up in the booth, if you guys lost your minds, why didn't you change tires?
Well, we just bumped a little spoiler in it and decided to come. We're probably going to have to come back in one more time. It's according to how long the caution goes. And if we do, then we'll put tires on and gas.
So the tires, no problem here, huh? You were going to originally change right sides, right?
Right, but the tires, are looking real great, so I think we can go all the way on the tires if we have to.
Well, there's their strategy, guys.
Well, that's why they didn't change tires. They're going to have to come back in, and they'll put some tires in. Hope you're enjoying the race. A big crowd on hand. Sure they are, too. Back in a moment. Back at Talladega Superspeedway, 3rd caution flag being concluded today. They will be going green. Next time by, we'll be back and catch the green flag for live ARCA action right after this. Stay with us. Back at Talladega Superspeedway, taking a look at the pit summary. Cars that came in and came out, maybe gained or lost a little bit on pit road.
Poor Mark Stahl needed a good run, came in 4th, out 11th. Bob Hill out in 2nd, out 8th. Man. But we're ready to go back racing. And we see Jeff Purvis, our leader, is the red and white car on the left side of our screen, the 2nd car. As the safety car, pace car, pulls off the racetrack.
Got to wonder if some of these guys can make it the rest of the way. It's 47 laps. Crowd on their feet, enjoying the exciting live ARCA action here at Talladega Superspeedway. Lap 72. 4 laps of caution. And there's the car number 1, Jeff Purvis, the 1994 winner of the Food World 500, leading them down in turn 1.
That car that took the green flag first, Joey Sontag, in car 73. But here we see Jeff Purvis, Mike Wallace, and is that Harris DeVay in 3rd place?
He was 9th before that round of pit stops and came out in 3rd.
Now we see Purvis blowing right by Sontag. Time to climb down.
And that's Mike Wallace from the 2nd position, looking at the windshield. The Clouster Furniture Industries Ford Thunderbird.
You know, had Sontag a lap down, he might have been in the lead. Joey Sontag, in fact, was a leader. And I did not give him credit for that. Joey, congratulations.
Well, now he's having problems. He seems to be dropping back.
Yeah, now he is having problems.
Our scoring monitor was showing the one car is leading the race, but Joey Sontag out of Little Elm, Texas was the leader. He's up against the wall.
There he is, Joe. All I got to do is talk about him and they have trouble, right, Bill? He took the restart as the leader, but something happened to the car down to the inside, but he looks like he's going fast enough to get back to the pits. Meanwhile, Harris DeBain has dove to the inside, tried to get by Wallace, can't do it. Here comes Andy Hillenberg in the 11 car. The back bumper taking over third place, and Gary Bradbury taking over fourth.
That's Gary Bradbury's roof cam as he pulls right up to the rear deck of Andy Hillenberg in the car number 11. Peter Gibbons in the car number 92 and Kevin Ray running side by side as they battle for 6th and 7th position.
Bob Hill, after that disastrous pit stop, is trying to get back to the front. But right now then Mark Stahl trying to get some drafted in those two cars and go back to the front. But they can't make it.
Just seems to be hard to do down on the inside. But even though those cars there, they dip down to the inside once they get into the turn pretty good.
That is 7th, 8th, and 9th. Car number 2 is 7th spot, Kevin Ray. As you look up front, that is Purvis, our leader. Mike Wallace looks to the inside in turn 3.
He wants to lead, and he's got it. Caution is out.
One car, the 07, has spun and come to rest on the backstretch, and we will see, yes, the caution is waving for the 4th time today. And here comes Mike Wallace, and he looks like he will lead that lead draft down to the caution flag.
Well, for those that were in doubt as far as their fuel is concerned, now they have an opportunity to come in under caution and get some fuel.
Frankie Spradlin in the car number 07, coming to rest there just out of turn 2, bringing out the caution flag.
There's one other strategy, Ned, about pitting. You said they'll come in and get fuel now, or because of this yellow, they won't have to come in and get gas.
Well, that will certainly use less gas, that's true, but I'll bet we'll see the one car, especially now that he's been passed, that he'll come in and get 4 tires. That's just a prediction.
Boy, now James Fentz looks like a genius right now. He made that call. Here again is a spin down the backstretch out of turn 2, the 07, looping the car around. Did a pretty good job, Bill, of keeping the car from going back up in front of traffic.
Yeah, and you can see right there that the roof flaps did their job like they're supposed to. They came up to keep the car back down on the ground.
This is Spradlin's very first ARCA start today. Now the question as the cars come off going in turn 3, I'm sure a lot of conversation going on between these crews and drivers. Do we stop? Put a splash of gas in? The one car, do we stop and change tires like the rest of them did? What do we do?
I'm going to guess that he will, since he was passed. But we'll see.
I agree with you, Ned. I can see the pit boards out.
There's Mike Wallace's crew, Barry Owen and the company. We're going to have some bluffing moves here. Mike Wallace staying out. Nope. Here comes Wallace. Here comes Hillenberg.
And Purvis stayed out there. Wow. Now that's the surprise.
Ned, how's it feel to be such a genius?
So I've had a dummy.
And Mike Wallace brings his fourth. Take a look at Mike down pit road.
Kevin Ray looks like they've got to push that car. Just a splash of fuel in that 90, and away he goes. You ever seen Mark Stahl? Just a splash of fuel.
Now remember, there as you look at Bobby Ballister's car going back, Mike Wallace had led the majority of the laps in Atlanta, pitted with 12 laps to go for fresh tires, and it possibly cost him the race. We'll see what happens here at Talladega when we come back after this. Aerial shots today above Talladega Superspeedway, courtesy of the fine folks from the Family Channel Blimp, part of its 1995 nationwide tour. Green flag as we go back to racing here. Lap 78. Less than 40 laps to go as you're looking from high above Talladega Superspeedway from the Family Channel blimp.
Well, now we'll be able to see if James Finch's strategy paid off by not pitting on this yellow.
There we see that there's our leader. Out on the left of the screen, Jeff Purvis in the 1 car. Gary Bradbury is second. Harris Devane is third. And I don't know if that's Mark Stahl or Peter Gibbons that's fourth right now. I guess it's Peter Gibbons. And there's Bob Hill and Bob Shack. That's their
Bob
first
Shack's up in the 6th right now.
Shack is in 6th position. He was the pole sitter at over 196 miles per hour. He's being shown now back in 6th spot.
And in 7th place is Mike Wallace, who did make a pit stop.
Kevin Ray is 8th. And from high above to inside, riding with Mike Wallace in the Cloustra Furniture Industries Ford Thunderbird. Let's listen and see if Mike will lift it all in the turns.
Pretty awesome, isn't it?
It is. He never even thought about lifting. He just kept that foot right on down.
And how about Gary Bradbury? He's not going to lift either as he chases that Phoenix Construction Chevrolet. Car number 1.
If you notice as they get right into the center of the corner, you'll hear the pitch of the motor change just ever so slightly. The maximum RPM drop in the center of the corner is between 100 to 150 RPMs, and that's it. When you're turning 7,000 or 7,100 RPMs, that's nothing.
That's all you lose to 150 RPMs.
We try to get only 100 RPM loss. If you can get through the corners with only 100 RPM loss around the whole racetrack, the car's working.
You'd think you get a cramp in your leg holding that throttle just flat on the floorboard all afternoon.
It's funny you should say that. Yes, I've had to sometimes put my left foot over the right foot.
There's the front 2 cars. Jeff Purvis, the defending champion of the Food World Final. And Gary Bradbury, you're riding on the roof cam. Bradbury in 2nd position. His Chevrolet Lumina running in 2nd spot.
Purvis on very low on the racetrack. Evidently his car is... Let's watch Bradbury and just see how much effort he uses in steering this car.
Not nearly as much as you would see on a shorter racetrack. Because if you get to moving that steering wheel too much, you're in trouble on a track like this.
There we see as he goes in the corner, and you can see how it's easy, how easy it is